Lace up your sneakers and come courtside with me as we are about to embark in another enthusiastic edition of the program Slam Dunk. As our main guest of today will share with us invaluable insight on what it takes to run a basketball academy. So sit tight, and we are about to go on a slamtastic adventure with wisdom with me, yours truly, Esther Auto. You're welcome to another edition of the program Slam Dunk. Let's roll. Just like we promised you, our guest for today is somebody who deserves to be our guest for this show. He's a coach and owner of RUPT, which is
Rise Up Performance Training.
Rise Up Performance Training. And they have been doing so well for themselves so far. And that is why he is our guest. Basically, one of the reasons he is our guest for today. Good morning, Coach Oskar.
Hey, good afternoon, Esther.
How are you?
Welcome. Thank you. I'm fine.
Okay, so First of all, tell me, what are your inspirations, first of all, as a person?
As a person? Oh, I'm just trying to make the world a better place. I didn't have the best of the things I usually are supposed to have when in my childhood and in my adulthood, early adulthood. So me as a person, I'm just trying to make sure I leave a standprint, a blueprint in whatever thing I do. So that's basically it. Now everything comes from beyond the bigger picture. Or, the blueprint I have in my background.
So basically, we can say that is what inspired you to start RUPT.
This is what inspired me to start RUPT. Oh, that's not what inspired me to start RUPT.
Okay, now tell us what inspired you to start RUPT.
Oh, because I was already working in the basketball program for 5 years. I worked with Douala Firebirds. Shout out to them because they do an amazing work as well. And I worked there for 5 years. And after 5 years, I felt I needed to do something that was a little bit, of my own creativity, of my own originality, and I brought it up. And given that it's difficult to start something over here in Cameroon, I had to go through a lot of hard work, a lot of faith, a lot of belief in myself and the people who were around me, and everything went on from there.
Okay, so I guess you shared the idea with a couple of persons. Did they believe you at once, immediately you spoke to them?
It was crazy in the beginning because everybody was like, this field, because RUPT started foremostly as a player development program.
Okay.
It wasn't a basketball program for kids. It was a player development program, so I was training kids individually. And over time, with the good works I was doing, and that's how I grew up into a basketball program where we have over 30, 40 kids enrolled. So it wasn't easy in the beginning. It wasn't easy. My friends, my family members, my peers, they were like, okay, are you sure you can do this? My friends were like, oh, you better go work with someone else. You better go join another basketball program, bring in your skills. I was like, no, I need to bring something of mine. So I just believe in my sense of hard work, and that's how everything started.
So do you believe there are particular skills needed to run something like this?
Of course. Basketball coaching is a vocation.
Okay.
It's a call. When you don't have that call, it's hard for you. You can do it. You can do it, but it'll be hard. It'll be different from someone who has a vocation. Because here we're in Africa, the realities are very, very different from what we have out there. So there's the sun, there's the rain. Maybe you don't even have the courts. So yeah, it's possible. It's possible.
And how do you go about picking players? How do you recruit talents, basically?
Oh, we don't recruit talent. We build talent.
Okay.
That's different. We build talent because we are not in a basketball country like in the US, like in Slovenia, in Eastern Europe. We definitely have to bring in the culture from where we work. The technical program, the technical stuff we do with the kids, help them, grow better as players. And now we don't only build players, we also build people who are going to be leaders tomorrow in the society.
Okay, so what kind of techniques do you implement?
Techniques?
Yeah.
It's a lot of life skills, a lot of discipline, a lot of respect for one another. And, basically we evolve around life values. Because at the end of the day, like the stat says, in Africa, most of the kids that play basketball don't finish professionally. But most of the kids end up being people implemented in their society. So what we usually do with the kids is that we train them on the life values, the life skills. Like I said, respect, discipline, hard work, love for one another, education, your studies, because it's very important.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, you might play, you might not play, because this basketball thing, today, tomorrow, someone might hurt his knee, someone might hurt his ankle, someone might hurt his shoulder, and basketball will stop. But life has to go on. What will you do? So we work on pretty much those values, which are very important. So the basketball, we bet a lot on it. We give them the best of the skills we have for them to be better players. But for them, it shouldn't be an utmost ambition to be a basketball player. The ambition is to be someone tomorrow in the society.
Are these some of the things, because you're one of the coaches at FIBA Regional Youth Camp that just ended here in Douala, are these one of the things you and the other coaches taught the kids from other countries from Africa?
Yeah, we worked a lot on, because actually every day in the hotel, like for example during the FIBA Youth Camp, every day in the hotel we have life skills programs. We had a life skills program on gender-based violence, which was very important.
Yeah.
We have life skills program on what we call respect for one another. We had a lot of life skills because it's very important. We have to teach these kids the values of life, because sports is great. Sure, we want them to play sports. We want them to reach their maximum potential. But at the end of the day, based on what we face on the realities, the statistics says 2% of African kids play professional basketball in the world.
Yeah.
So the percentage is very low.
Very low.
So meanwhile, in the real life situation, everybody gets involved in the real life.
But being here at RUPT, how do you guys manage to balance academy and trading? How is the balance?
I mean, with the staff of coaches and we do a lot of organization in the way we work. And we train 3 times, Wednesdays, Saturdays, and Sundays. But we make sure the parents and even the kids follow up their studies seriously. We make sure, definitely, because when parents report to us about the kids' results, like their grades are down, we implement some discipline measures. Like we can suspend the kids for 1 week, 2 weeks, 6 months. 2 months, 1 month, depending on how the results are bad.
Yeah.
But we make sure we look up to that. It's not just basketball.
Okay. So, what challenges have you faced so far? First of all, how long has RUPT been existing?
We're going to year 5.
Year 5.
Yeah, year 5.
I must imagine in these 5 years you've had a lot of challenges.
Oh, of course. Naturally, we have the sun. The court is not covered. Of course, we have the rain during the rainy season, but that doesn't stop us from doing what we have to do. I mean, we always have tools and measures to keep on working independent of how the weather, faces us. And now, also, you can see those tires there. Before the court was not like that. For 4 years, the court was without that barrier.
Okay.
So this is just the new barrier we just made for the kids to protect themselves from falling to the other side. So it was also a challenge. Now we resolved it.
Nice.
So of course the challenges are going to be there. Even the kids, the challenges are going to be there. There are some kids who understand the programs, the skills development program easily. There are some skills that drag behind. But we as coaches, we try to make sure the experience of every kid is unique. And the kid obviously learns something when he comes over here. Okay,
so can you share some success stories?
Oh, that's hard to say. But I mean, the success stories is seeing these kids move.
Yeah.
As they move, we are happy because when they came over here, when they all started, they couldn't dribble the basketball, they couldn't run in the basketball court, they couldn't do a pass. Now they can play by themselves. You can see all the coaches are sitting down and they are playing by themselves without anybody yelling at them or telling them what to do. So that's a major success for us. So we are happy about that and we keep on doing what we have to do to make sure it keeps on moving better.
But we know with basketball, there is life on the court and there is life off the court. What does RUPT do to make sure that they have that balance of, apart from the fact that they need to concentrate in school, they need to be here in training, would you guys have any strategies to make sure that they have a balance in other life activities?
I mean, from the very onset where we tell them to be sociable in life, which is very important, to communicate with each other, which is very important. I mean, they carry them because doing sports is already an extracurricular activity, which most of other students who don't do sports, there is an advantage. They have an advantage because they face through challenges. They have coaches who yell at them. They don't just go to school to have the good results. They have to perform as well for them to get better.
Yeah.
So it's a different challenge, and that gives them more confidence because from the very onset where they learn something, technically, which is hard, personally you feel happy because you've learned something you didn't know how to do before.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, what are your long-term goals?
My long-term goal?
Yeah. For RUPT,
Rise Up Performance Training.
And for players.
Oh, for players.
Both for the two.
Well, for Rise Up Performance Training, we just want to be the best program in Africa. In terms of player development, we just want to make sure we're a reference. We want to make sure if someone comes to Africa or if anybody comes to Africa and thinks, maybe let's say Central Africa, and thinks about a basketball program, you should think about Rise Up Performance Training. I mean, just giving you that vision can tell you the things we can do to make sure we get there. That's the bigger picture. Now, don't ask me if I'm going to do the World Championship with my kids in 5 years. No. The opportunities are going to come. When I started Rise Up Performance Training, I never knew I was going to be the director of Pascal Siakam's camp. I never knew I was going to be participating in the FIBA Youth Camp. I never knew I was going to be participating at this camp. Those things came up because I've been doing the work with my team to make sure everything keeps moving up towards the direction where we want to go.
So you're confident you're gonna get there?
I mean, everything takes time. Everything takes time. So sure, we're gonna get there.
We definitely cannot have you without having you talk to us. We do not have the interview of Coach Oskar out there in Japoma.
Oh.
We know we did not, but we are here to tell us how was your experience personally.
The FIBA Youth Camp, it was first and foremostly, I didn't even know I was going to be there.
Okay.
I got called up by the federation, thanks to them, Fika Basket. I got called up 1 week before the camp, and I had some international coaches who are my friends who were like, "Oh, we are going to be in your country very soon. Are you going to be there?" And I was like, "I don't know. I don't know." So I ended up being called by the federation, and I came up to the camp, and the director of the camp, Coach Sheksa from Senegal, who works with the Rwanda national team basketball, who was my FIBA instructor 6 years ago, was present. And when he sees me, I was like, "Oh, you're here. 6 years ago, I told you were going to be one of the best coaches in Cameroon, and I see you here now." I was like, "You said right.
Yeah.
You said it right." So it was a full circle moment for me, just to see him. And now the camp in the technical sense of the word was very interesting. We have different kids from different cultures, Egyptians, Moroccans, Algerians, Zambians, Ghanaians, Mali, Cote d'Ivoire. So it was a hub of all these generations, of all these kids, and definitely the culture was obviously different. So we make sure every kid had the best experience of all, because it's most of the time it's a one-time experience. And yeah, it was interesting. It was interesting because me, I ended up being coach, I ended up being translator.
Yes.
I ended up doing, assisting the instructors. So it was hell of an experience. But I mean, given the work sense of it, I did my best to do what I could do to make sure I represent my country and to represent my team, my kids, and everybody who knows what I do in the best of the world. And I came up being co-best coach of the camp with my brother from Kenya, Coach Edwin, Zuli from Kenya.
All right, thank you very much, Coach Oskar, for accepting our invitation.
You're welcome.
Right, at this point in time, we are going to talk to the young ones to get to know their dreams and aspirations like we always do. It is our academy, so we're going to seize the opportunity to make sure we have cool conversations with the kids. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Buzzer Talk.
Je vois que ça évolue très bien, en tout cas, avec l'encadrement du coach. Parce que, avec l'encadrement du coach, je vois que le coach nous encadre bien, il nous coach bien et il nous apprend beaucoup de choses à propos de la vie aussi.
I've critically improved. Like the coach attention to the detail is really crazy, and I don't think I could have done better anywhere else than here. So I'm happy with the results. I'm training hard enough to anywhere where life will bring me to, I'll play, and if it's high level, I'll be happy with that. But I'm just playing for the love of the game and the passion of it.
When I've started, I was not very improved in my in my game. But after doing times, I was seeing what I can do and then what I can be in this basketball.
When I started basketball, I was not a good player, but now, thanks to the Coach Frank, I've learned more fundamentals. I'm playing now, and I've really ameliorated myself since the 2 years I started. The purpose of doing sport is, first of all, to keep myself healthy, but if I have opportunities to go further, yes, I accept it. But normally basketball is a day-to-day life. Like I have no special, how can I say it? I have no special goals. Like it's my day-to-day hobby that I like doing.
Mathieu Maroc depuis ça fait 4 ans et je trouve que c'est un bon start parce que ça nous apprend pas seulement à jouer au basket, mais ça nous apprend à bien aussi nous comporter dans la vie.
I actually play basketball since 2021 and I just transferred to Douala, so I was looking for a club that would give me the perfect training, the training I needed. So one of my classmates directed me here. It's actually really good. The training I receive here, I can say is the best training I've ever received. I can already see myself performing even for just 2 weeks.
Our playmaker for this week is none other than Jeremiah Hill, who caused all sorts of disruptions on Senegal's defense in Cameroon's last game at the AfroBasket qualifying games in Dakar. With a height of 1.88 and who plays in Hona Baskets, of course with the Cameroonian nationality, and after finishing with just 9 points in the first 2 games against Gabon and Rwanda, Hill brought his A game against host Senegal, scoring a total of 18 points while dishing out a game-high 9 assists. Cameroon may have lost 87-83 to Senegal, but bringing his team back from an 18-point deficit in the third quarter is an effort that can't just be overlooked. Well done to Jeremiah Hill.
My name is Alogo Gilen. Notably, they call me Coach Gilen. Yeah, I'm an assistant coach. I train the kids and try to make them discover their abilities in the basketball discipline. So I'm more of the fun guy, the guy that makes everything more easy for them. Like yes. So that's I can say that's what I do here.
Tell us, how long have you been at RUPT?
Now there's a two period for me. There's a period for me as the visitor because I used to just come and watch, right? Then later on I was invited by Coach Frank to join the team officially. I used just to watch, give my advice on the rest. Then later on he said I should come. They will need me as an official member. Then I came. That should be, if I joined, that should be 4 years, yes, something like 4 years. Or let me just say 4 years because I'm not sure about the 5, but I'm sure it's 4. Yeah.
Right. So how has how has the institution, I want to say, How has it evolved for the 4 years you've been here as a coach?
It's really amazing. Like it grows. I will not say in a geometric rate. It's very fast. Like 2, 4, 8, 16. You understand? In the beginning, it was we're not having like much kids. Like I just knew that the kids were gonna be average, but as the time goes, it's really improving, and the news are going very far. People are even coming from. I will not say from United States, but there are some people that are being notified from United States to come and meet us and that kind of stuff. But yeah, so I would say it's really improving.
What about the parents? The parents very open to the fact that their children come here.
First of all, the one is supposed to be open now. I think we should be open so that the parents should be open, because we make the work available notably in social media, IG. So you have the opportunity to see what we're doing, and you can have a say for yourself, and notably you know what is happening. So it's easy for you to come and say, okay, I want this for my child, I want this for my child, I want this to be. And I should, as Frank must have told you, we don't do only the basketball, we only do also discipline. Because I think it's very important, something that's important, and yeah, I think.
So, rate success rates in the scale of 1 to 10.
1 to 10. Oh, I'm not sure. I'm not a very humble person. I want to say 10, but that would not be fair. That would not be fair. I would say 8.5. Yeah, also 8.5, because each year we have new good players. Like as I said, in the basketball with discipline and in the behavior, like they behave really well. Yeah, so I would say 8.5.
Okay. Coach G.
Yes.
You're the fun guy.
Yeah, I'm the fun guy.
Can you say one joke?
One joke. I said one joke even today. I don't know if you heard about the Camp Vision.
Yeah.
Yeah, I said for all those who go to the Camp Vision are those who have vision. You get it?
Yeah, I get it.
Yes.
Nice one.
All right. Thank you too. Thank you. All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Hello everyone, this is Coach Stanley, Kenneth Stanislas to be more precise. I'm a coach at RUPT Academy School.
Okay, so tell us, how long have you been here?
I've been here for the 5th year, so we've been here working with Coach Frank and the others since the birth of RUPT. So we've been working out with all these kids, and every day we're just having, flavors, and they're giving us much more of a, how am I gonna say it, like emotions and everything. To be honest, I feel like it's we're not just building them as basketball players, we also build them to be like great members in the society. So I've been here for 5 years, I said, and to be honest, there are many kids here with different mentalities and how they behave to each others, for example, you're gonna see some who are lazy, you're gonna see some who are like super active, and some who are like dormant. So it just depends on how we bring it out of them. Yeah, or honestly, we crack jokes and just make them to feel comfortable, and make them to feel they're around their family and we're all together. So that's just the magic in it. Fun name, I don't know, but I guess yes, but actually I don't know personally, because between them they always play together with the coaches, but I'm more of the funny one, and sometimes strict, but more funny.
Oh, you say you're more of the funny one. Let's call up a duel, because
yeah,
he said he's more of the funny one too.
I guess no, he's not funny.
He's not funny
at all.
Alright, so one thing we asked him to do is to crack a joke. Can you do that?
So I crack a joke?
Yeah.
Well, you look good, and are you getting married to me right now?
No.
It was funny, right?
Yeah, it was.
Okay.
Alright, thank you very much.
Okay, you're welcome.
Coach Guilherme, c'est Coach Guilherme qui est le plus dur.
That's a tough question. That's a tough one. I might say both of them are funny, but I might say Coach Stan because I'm used to the type of humor he uses.
Coach Frank, because he is the first that improved me. Yes,
Okay.
because he's the first that improved me in basketball.
Pour moi, c'est coach Guilain. Coach Frank est plus dans les entraînements sérieux là. C'est coach Guilain qui nous fait souvent rire de temps en temps pendant les entraînements.
Both of them are having different way of jokes, you know. They are not the same one, so we are laughing with the two. They are having the same level.
And this is where we draw the curtains of this another exciting edition of Slam Dunk. Hope you loved everything we talked to you about. We told you it was going to be a slamtastic adventure, and we love the fact that can we say we finally settled the debate who is more funny out there in RUPT between Coach Gillian and Coach Stanley. A little bit left for you. Make sure you make your conclusions. But anyway, you know what's up, right? Make sure you follow us on Facebook, MSE TV, and use hashtag #SlamDunkMSETV each time you see our content on your FYPs. And we shall be back next week for the same exercise, but probably another environment, another academy, another basketball competition. Whatever the case be, it has been Esther on the auto with my amazing crew, piloted by Raul Watat, and it's always a pleasure to be in front of your screens. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.